We are back here in downtown Geneva at Downtown Glory. That's a play on words. And I am so fortunate and begged her to come sit with me. Mandy Buerster, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, Chris.
Mandy owns Magnolia Soap and Bath. And tell us your story. I know people have heard it and they love you already. But for those that haven't, there's a few of them out there. Tell us about your journey here and what you do.
Okay. So what most people don't know is that years ago I was a nurse. So I've had, like, I say 3 careers in my life. So I was first a nurse, and then our youngest son is adopted. And so going through that process, I knew that I kind of wanted to be more of like stay at home, just bringing him home, and it was new to him and everything. And so I started a business out of my home, and it was called MB Designs Apparel. And I did tons of like shirts, online stuff. I worked very closely with like cheerleading gyms and dance places because we did tons of rhinestone work. That was mainly what I did. And so when COVID happened and then everyone had to stay home, and then now my kids are all big and grown, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And so we found Magnolia, and coming right off of COVID, found the location, and here we are.
Took a leap of faith.
Big one.
But you find Magnolia and you're like, I'm going to open up a soap and bath company. Like, walk me through those conversations.
So Magnolia is a brand.
Right.
I'm one of the original stores, which means I think I was maybe store number 5 or 6, like early on in the company. So it looked very different than it does now. Like now I think most of the new stores, they have real estate agents that go out and find locations and do all the things. I was like, my daughter worked at Kimmer's for 4 years. I love Isaac and Kim. This is a cute spot. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was just so crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember like sitting and thinking math of like, how many bars of soap do I have to sell to pay the rent? Like I was just worried about paying the rent. Like that's the only thing that you have to do.
Right.
No. But I had never made soap and I'd never worked in retail. So when I say it was a leap of faith, I joke and say I was like had some weird COVID brain because I'm not a risk taker. My husband Troy is, but I'm not. And so the fact that I actually did it was crazy because, again, I'd never done either of the 2 things that it required. And Troy had been in pharmaceuticals at the time. And so I was like, well, you have safety net. He's got a good job, 25 years in pharmaceuticals. And I signed my lease and we get going and he gets laid off and he's done with pharmaceuticals. And I was like, holy smokes.
Right.
It's time to
Pressure's
it's go time.
on.
There's
Better
no
learn how to make a bar of soap.
A lot of soap real fast.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is it. I mean, like the pressure's on, but it's good because I don't have a safety net and I am very competitive. So I'm like, we got this. We're doing it.
Yeah.
So here we are.
And there's a lot of competition in the market.
Yes.
Soap is something we all, I think, for the most part, use.
Right.
So what makes your products, and we know what we're going to continue to learn what makes you different, but what makes your products themselves better, different, affordable? What are all the things?
So we are plant-based, which all that means is that our base of our soap is made of plants. Whereas like there's stuff that you just buy in the grocery store that's just regular, mostly chemical based. And then you've got like your goat milk soap or things like that that's kind of become trendy. We have a lot of people come in and ask sometimes for goat milk soap, and we're like, we're plants, not animals.
Yeah.
It's okay. And so
they don't have goat milk
soap. We do not have goat milk soap. If anybody knows, I'm happy to refer someone. I'm not that person. I'd love to refer a goat milk soap maker to these people, but
there you go.
I don't know anyone. But so that's it. Like we literally have 4 ingredients in our soap bars, which makes them very limited in any of the over-the-counter stuff has a lot of things that actually dry your skin out, which then is like a vicious cycle. Ours doesn't. So it's just good stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
and it looks cool.
And it's amazing. Yeah, it's adorable.
It looks cool. I mean, you have to go, sure, you could shop online, but you have to go in and experience it and run around and smell all the tester ones. And you and your staff are so helpful to make them pick. You've got a little section for just the men.
Yes.
They're the best. And if they were standing here, they'd be nodding too. Teacher gifts.
Yes.
The best.
They are amazing.
It's just a cool experience to check out all the things you offer.
And that word experience is what we are. We're an experience because we make everything there. So there's
Right.
always one of my team members is always in the bar making things. And if we're making body butters and someone comes up, we're kind of like Costco. We're like, oh, here's a free sample. Try
Right.
this out.
Right.
So when you touch, feel, smell all the things, and then you get to make your own. We've got our little bath salt bar and we've got our fairy dust bar. So at any point when you come in, you can create those things yourself on the spot. And so that just makes it fun. And coming like back to the COVID thing, coming off of COVID, that's what I wanted. As crazy as it sounds that it is a soap store, everybody was just craving a place to be and belong. And even though it's soap, that's what I wanted my store to be. I want people to want to come there, to hang out at the bar, to sit down. And just people say when they come in, they're like, this is just such a happy place. And it makes me really happy because it's exactly what I wanted.
Hang out at the bar.
Had to hang out at the bar.
Hang out at the bar.
Yeah.
Soap bar.
Soap bar.
We're going to take this offline and figure something out. Maybe get some cocktails involved.
It'd be so
But
fun,
maybe the soap would get made less if there was champagne laying around.
It
But
does happen at parties. It does happen.
it really is. I'll stop by just see if you're around. And sure enough, you and sometimes multiple employees are in back just cranking out. It's not like you're just making custom orders. You're making
we make
all of it.
everything.
Right.
Except for our facial products and our shampoo and conditioner bars.
Right.
Everything else is made in the shop.
Now, my personal favorite, and I know a
Uh-huh.
lot of your loyal clients and customers' favorite, is the laundry soap. I think I have the giant, what do we call that thing? Like the biggest one you can get, like
the large tub.
Yeah, the large tub. I have one in my trunk right now.
Yeah.
Because it travels sometimes listings to listings, and I put it in the laundry rooms with your stuff.
For pictures.
Talk to us about the laundry piece too, because
Yeah.
I think people are just so used to the, just
Grabbing
plug in the
just-
Tide and that's
yeah.
it. But like, the smell is incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will say our scents too. We do use a fragrance line, but they're all phthalate and paraben free. So different than like what you also might buy somewhere else. They're stripped of those harsher chemicals. So people who do have sensitive skin or sensitive to smells can use our products.
Yeah.
A little plug on that. As far as the laundry goes, again, super limited in ingredients. I first make the coconut soap and then we grind it all down. And then it's mixed with like a washing powder, a baking soda, and then another powder bag and remixed. And so that's it. Whereas again, commercial products have a ton of ingredients in them. As far as like even dryer sheets, those are full of like chemicals and not such great stuff. So we use wool dryer balls instead. Laundry has been, she is the queen. She has the most real estate in my store. I've got two huge shelves full of it because everybody loves it. It's got this crazy cult following. When we have it on sale, it's just the weekend.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Starting out, no one knew a thing about it. So we would just sample to everybody who walked in. Anybody I saw, was giving them a little bag with 2 tablespoons for a load to go home and try. And from like a marketing standpoint, that's what we've realized is what works best for us is when people actually take the product home and use it, whether that's by sample, whether that's they buy a mini to try out, like a little mini set. So we just put that laundry in everybody's hands we could.
Right.
Before we ever opened, we made packets that went out all over town and just as much as we could because we knew that she was going to be like, that's what brings people back on the monthly. So when a slow month in January isn't really a slow month for us because people are still doing their laundry.
They come back for you too.
Well, thank you.
So they're loyal for that reason, not just the smell of your soap.
I love our customers.
Now, talking about that, you don't just turn the lights on, unlock the doors, turn the lights off, close the doors, go home. You are out and about, very active in the community, and you also do a lot of things within the store. Why are you so passionate about that? And tell us, we got a big month of March coming up for you, Hope and Soap. So tell us about why you're passionate about that and ultimately what people can expect in the month of March.
Yeah. So within our whole organization, I early on wanted to do something like giving back. So all of the Magnolias across, now there's 62, I think, 60 or 62. We all do a monthly Hope and Soap. And what that means is everybody gets plugged into their community, every store. I think it did really kind of start with my store. And I just choose a local charity every month. We kind of have themes that we follow. like February, we did random acts of kindness because that's this week. And then March 21st is World Down Syndrome Day. And so we give all of our proceeds to, we chose Rising Lights for that, Rising Lights Project, because we have our little Sophia, who's worked for us for 4 years, who's absolutely incredible, and she has Down syndrome. And so we have a huge party for that day. And that is our biggest hope and soap that we do for the year, mainly because she's incredible, but it is just a passion. Like the whole month is just so much fun for us. But yeah, so back to that. So that is how I really got involved in the community. It just meant a lot to me to give back the money to our community because I'm local resident, live here. And it's just been so much fun. And like even back to the marketing portion of that is that when we feature, whether it's Random Acts of Kindness or Rising Lights, or all of their followers then see our soap and then they come in, and then it's just another way to touch another group of people that maybe we would have never met or known otherwise.
Right.
We've made some really great friends that way and really, really good connections. And I think it's just helped us stay focused on what on what my goal was back to that community piece of opening the store and having a place for people to belong and come in no matter what, if you spend $5 or you spend $500, you're treated the exact same way in my store.
Now, it'd be hard to come up with a different answer than what you just said
Yeah.
because there's so much to be excited about with everything you just talked about. But if we try to remove that piece, what is your proudest moment about being a business owner and getting to where you're at?
This one might make you a little emotional.
Oh no.
Probably, I know. Probably Sophia. And just what that's done for her, for working for me, and just what she's done for everyone in our community.
Perfect.
That was my goal. My goal was didn't know I was going to cry, but I love her so much. And just always, like at the very beginning of opening my store, I wanted an inclusive environment. And so I knew I was going to hire someone with special needs. And I got really lucky.
Yeah, you did. Sophia's good people. And she's
amazing.
hilarious. So if
So
she were here,
funny.
she'd be like, what is she crying
She'd
about?
be like, what is your problem?
So we'll make sure to share
and my
this
tears,
part
I shared
specifically
the tears
with
at
her.
the gala too. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something about her. I'm just so proud of her and like how far she's come and working for us and just her independence. She's amazing.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's turn this into a positive.
Oh God, right?
The emotion and passion you just shared about that. What advice can you give to someone else that's either been in a business and is kind of looking for that spark or is looking to go, just take that leap of faith? You talked about your story and how you really just had to do it.
Had to do it, yeah.
Whether they have to do it or not, what advice would you give to somebody that is looking to grab onto something they care about as much as you just did?
I think take the chance. I think I'm such a different person now than I was 5 years ago. I've grown so much. I've grown as a leader. I've grown as a person. The passion was the same back then, but I feel like I've changed a lot. I feel like it is such a, I don't know, I'm so proud of what we've accomplished, to not be braggy, but just like so proud that I did it, because I didn't really have the confidence to say. My husband had a lot to play in that. He's like, oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing. Like, you're so passionate. You love people. This is going to be so great.
Yeah.
So I think maybe just taking that jump, just taking the next step and taking the leap, because it's scary.
Yeah.
And then you see your friends. I mean, there's a lot of friends that I have or businesses around me that have had to close, and it's just so heartbreaking because it's a big risk and it's hard. Yeah.
It's interesting to hear your story about how you've changed as a result of your business, but it doesn't end there. You've used that change to change relationships in the community and give back and support people that, really could use extra support. So to allow your business to change you and therefore you change the business and the community it serves is really powerful.
Thank
you. If someone hasn't been into Magnolia, tell everyone where to find you. If they can't come in, where can they find you online? What's the best way to get your products in their hands the best way?
So come see us for sure. So we are at 1 Illinois Street, Suite 110. We're right next door to Kimmer's Ice Cream, and now we're a little bit catty corner. I would say catty corner.
Yeah.
I'm from Texas. from the new Whole Foods. So we're right there in downtown St. Charles. I would love to show anybody new around and what we do and just the experience of it all. On socials, we are St. Charles at my email, stcharles@magnoliasoapandbath.com. And then Instagram is Magnolia Soap and Bath St. Charles IL. It is this long to type out.
Yeah.
But
once you
that's where
start typing,
find us.
it'll
You
pop
type
up.
it comes. Yeah.
So yeah, follow everything that Mandy and her amazing team are doing. Obviously, a lot of things that's coming up to support and give back. So if you're always looking for ways to give back, smell better, and you get to support the community. It feels like a win-win. You're gonna be selling shirts. You can do parties and events. You have an awesome space. So just somebody I'm excited to have met and admire a ton. So thank you for taking time out of your busy day to be here, and putting your heart on your sleeve.
Gosh, was not expecting. But thank you.
Excited for the next 5.
Yes.
Thanks, Mandy.
Thank you.
Woo!